Well, hello everybody out there in Internet land. This is Chris from HHN with another exciting episode of Topher's Log. So we have a little bit of concrete information to talk about when it comes to Horror Nights this week. Probably not going to be a very long episode here, but I just wanted to pass along some of the info. You probably already know anyway, but for sake of doing a video, let's do one anyway. I have a little bit of time to squeeze one in, so we'll do one. So the buy one get one free ticket deal, which is something that they've been doing for the past couple years. Generally, the way that it's been working is that the BOGO will go on sale earlier in the season, usually February, March, April, somewhere around there, and then the ticket will run until June, and then they'll take the ticket away, and then the normal tickets will go on sale. So like your single day, your frequent fair passes, you know, your Russia fair passes, any of that stuff. The BOGO will stop being sold, and those will go on sale. So this year, it was the same deal. The BOGO was expected to be expired in June, everyone was expecting tickets to go on sale at that point. But of course, we're still in the midst of the Rona pandemic, so it is not a normal year. But this week, amidst the partial reopening of Universal Orlando, we got an extension of the BOGO Horror Nights sale as well. That will be extended now until July 22nd, which means that you have until then to purchase a buy one get one free ticket. Now this set off a whole bunch of thoughts and speculations all over the interwebs about what this could mean. Does that, the event is still happening, and does this mean that there's not going to be any frequent fair passes and things of that nature? There's a couple of things there that I wanted to address. The event never stopped planning. The event was still planning, as if it was going to happen. The houses have and are being constructed as we speak. Some might even be in a finished state. So that is a thing. So it never actually stopped. They always went forward as if the event was still happening. That was never in dispute. So there is that. I'm not going to say any more than that because of reasons. But yeah, so the event was still going forward. The other thing that people were sort of talking about was, does this mean that we're not going to get any frequent fair passes? Because obviously in the age of the coronavirus, as these places start opening up and we go and we do things and whatnot, there has to be capacity caps. I mentioned a long time ago, like when this first started, I was like, the only way the park's going to really kind of open and we can have Horror Nights and stuff is if they cap attendance. There's no way that you're going to be able to fit 35,000 people inside or more inside a theme park and expect to adhere to social distancing and stuff like that. A couple of things there, especially when it comes to the frequent fair passes. I still think that there will be some form of a frequent fair pass. We know that people overseas, they generally have their stuff go on sale a lot sooner, a lot quicker than us here in North America, in the States, because they have to plan way in advance to get over across the pond and whatnot to have their vacations. So things tend to go on sale sooner over there. Stuff like vacation bundles and frequent fair passes have already been sold overseas to people. If you were currently overseas, you can buy a frequent fair pass. So the frequent fair passes still exist in some capacity. I don't know if they will. What I'm questioning is whether or not, if the event continues, whether or not they will just not allow us people here in North America and the States to buy one, and still allow the people who've already bought one to have one, or stop selling them overseas at some point, or what have you. So there is that. Like I said, I still believe there will be some form of a frequent fair pass if the event does still continue. But who knows? When it comes to let's move into this. When it comes to them extending the BOGO until July, I don't really think it means a whole lot. I think that it really is them kind of stalling to really see and gauge what the landscape will look like a month from now, especially after Universal partially reopens here June 5th to guests. I think that it's them seeing how they're going to be able to do it. I mean, I don't want to get into my feelings about things right now because I don't want to ruffle any feathers or whatnot. But I have said in the past this year that I do not believe that the event will actually happen. And I still kind of believe that. I think that with them doing this extension of the BOGO until July, I don't think you're going to see any kind of tickets go on sale until well after the BOGO ends, if the event still continues. I don't think you're going to get any kind of announcements for Horror Nights until at least August, if the event continues. I think they're going to really wait until the very last minute to sort of announce anything or to have any kind of movement on the event at all, if the event still continues. Like I said, I still believe that it will not. I think a lot of this is also going to hinge on the mouse and what the mouse does. Universal, like I already alluded to, they are partially reopening June 5th to guests. They will start on June 1st by sort of introducing the cast members, or the team members, to come in and sort of test out what their guidelines are in the parks. And then on the 2nd and 3rd, I believe they're going to invite some special guests and also some pass holders to see how that goes as well. And then the 5th, it's supposed to partially reopen to actual guests, of course, with limited capacity and following whatever guidelines they set forth inside the parks. Disney has not yet submitted their plans to reopen, so they're going to be a little bit later. SeaWorld hasn't also done their thing. Legoland is reopening on June 1st, so everything is starting to reopen here. But I really think that when it comes to the special events that the parks put on, I think that they're, especially when it comes to Horror Nights, I think they're really going to wait and see what the mouse does. If the mouse is not going to have Mickey's Not So Scary, if the mouse is not going to have Food and Wine, which also runs concurrently with Halloween Horror Nights, I can see Universal saying, okay, we're going to pull the plug and just wait until next year. That's just my gut feeling, but we'll see what happens. And, I mean, there's some things that when it comes to the reopening, like, Universal said they're going to turn off their sort of their water effects and their fog effects and things of that nature on certain attractions. So does that mean when Horror Nights opens, are we not going to get the fog in the parks? I mean, there's all that sort of speculation as well. Probably not. So we probably won't get the fog. There's still a whole bunch of questions that I think Universal needs to address internally before they really decide if they're going to continue or not. But like I said, my gut feeling is that it still won't happen, and I think that the delay of the BOGO sale is them still feeling out what everything is before they make any kind of internal judgment about whether to have the event or not. That is just my feeling. But like I said, I'm not going to get too far into that because it's a very controversial topic. So it is what it is. But anyway, we do have some concrete Horror Nights information, so there you go. BOGO is extended until July 22nd, so buy your ticket if you so choose. It's there for you. Go ahead and hither. Or it's still there for you. It was always there. It's just been extended until July. So, but anyway, guys, that is it for me. I just wanted to get on quickly and address that. And I think that's it for this week. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.